Welcome back to With the Boys podcast, episode 3. My name is Bejo.
El Patron.
This is Folio.
Blaze.
And David.
DJ.
In this week's episode, we're actually going to talk about the second half of Avatar: The Last Airbender, the Netflix adaptation.
All right. But before we get into that, though, can I mention that we finally got the food cooked and ready to go. We are chowing down. Fuck.
You almost fucked up.
Come on, man. We ain't got the salmon made by this guy over there. We got another treat very soon. See if we can get that on camera within the hour.
Well, we'll definitely be able to.
Where did we leave off last time?
Shit.
Well, we left off at the, what was it, the Omashu episode?
Yes.
But just for facts, Fat Man Commandment number 72, always let the fat man cook, because he throws the fuck down.
He throws the fuck down.
Now that you guys have seen the whole thing, what are your thoughts on the on that series as a whole?
Gosh, because we kind of touched on this, like, for the first half of the season. Like, I was thoroughly impressed. I thought they did a good job. The few changes that they made, some of them were good, some of them not so good. So,
Yeah, for me, it was just organization.
yep.
The way that they took some parts from the animated series where it would happen later on in the season and push it
Or
to
later
the front.
seasons.
Even later seasons. Like, again, we mentioned this before, Azula just coming up out of nowhere within like the second or third episode.
Yep.
That doesn't happen until the end of season 1 in the animated series.
Yep. And I don't even think you see Ozai until the end of season 1, right?
You don't even see
No, you don't.
Ozai.
You see his silhouette. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
The
Ozai
silhouette
is-
all the time.
Ozai, the first time Ozai is actually revealed is in Zuko's flashback.
For the Agni Kai.
For the Agni Kai.
And then you see him again during the Day of Black Sun. Before that, Ozai does not make regular appearances, at least not his actual face.
I mean, to be fair, I'm totally okay with it because, as you said,
Daniel Day Kim was perfect.
Now,
fucking spot on.
speaking of Azula, nothing on her character, like her person at all, but Azula in this show, hated. Azula was a perfectionist that was arrogant. In this one, for me, she's just a straight up brat. I can't take that shit.
Yep.
She's a straight up brat crying about everything.
But Dad!
On that type of shit, but Dad!
Her character really got overlooked, in my opinion, for the live action. Like, where the fuck is the blue fire? So angry.
I'm telling you, you missed it.
Like,
It came up twice.
At the end of the season 1, she did the lightning. Which, okay, I mean, you showed it off, cool, but like I saw blue fire like one time early in the season,
Which should have came out a lot more frequently
but
if they were going to present it.
it was just like a little poof. And I'm just like,
All it was.
when
When she got angry.
when Azula was shown, she had blue fire from the rip. Like, don't fuck that up.
Personally, I think they're just trying to build up her character to eventually just use straight up blue fire, because they only showed it twice, and both of the times that they showed it, she was
Angry as hell. So I mean, maybe that is gonna be her like character development, where she goes from a fucking brat to an arrogant bad bitch.
Hopefully,
To a bad bitch.
because that like I personally did not like the addition of Azula in the first season. I thought
Too much.
she needed to be left out.
Oh, for sure.
Because she did so much shit in the background before she was actually presented. Like, come on.
I'm just not a big. I don't know. I don't know if it's the actress or just the writing in general, but
The writing.
her character is not good.
There-
And I think they just miscast her as well.
I think she was fine.
It's the direction that they were giving her, man. I'm telling you.
It was literally the writing, because her acting was fine. Her acting was perfectly fine. It was just the script that was given to her was just shit.
That's why I said for like nothing on her. She did a good job, but I'm sure that was like what it was portrayed for her, and it's just the delivery was just it wasn't supposed to be that delivery. That's not what was presented in the animated series. It shouldn't have been presented on this season at all.
And now that you've seen the whole thing, what I was talking about with the Zuko and Azula with their father, their relationship with Fire Lord Ozai, that is a huge difference from the anime to the series.
Yeah, I get that.
So the Azula is now the one trying to impress her father,
Rather than Zuko trying to do that. Yep.
Like they flipped that entirely. Zuko is essentially in the good graces of his dad. He just doesn't know it because you've got General Zhao over here, basically trying to take credit for everything Zuko has done.
He's being a master puppeteer. That's all he was trying to do.
I still wasn't a fan of his character.
Did you know that he was actually when he auditioned for the role?
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah, he actually thought he was auditioning for James Cameron's Avatar.
Yep.
What the fuck?
He didn't know he was auditioning for The Last Airbender. He thought he was auditioning for the blue people.
He probably read that script and was like, "What the fuck is this?"
I saw a lot of memes about that.
Oh my gosh.
So that sort of confused look that he had at the very beginning, it's justified now.
So, I don't know. I told you guys this over a text message, but I realized why the Cabbage Man's voice was so fucking good. It's because they used the same actor, and I loved it.
I didn't know that. I was like, "Yo, that shit's so authentic."
Yep.
Yeah.
I loved it.
And that explains so much.
Also, the original voice actor for Fire Lord Ozai,
Which I did not know was Mark Hamill. I'm a huge Mark Hamill fan because of the Joker, but I did not know he voiced Ozai in the original show.
Yeah, so he went ahead and when he read the script, because they gave him a copy of the script before the show came out, he did not think the show was going to be successful. He didn't even think the first season was ever going to come out. He thought it was going to be canceled before that.
Guess it was wrong.
As great as Mark Hamill is, he's wrong on some occasions, and this was one of them.
I mean, we don't know. You know how, like, usually within like a month or two, Netflix goes ahead and it'll say another season's coming or whatever. We still have yet to see that.
I mean, I think the fans are just the way the show started. I think it's got to come out with another season.
From what I've seen on specifically YouTube Shorts, I don't do TikTok like I said. I'll go ahead and open that up again. We'll talk about that later. But from what I've seen on YouTube Shorts, it's kind of 50-50. I get videos of people hating on it and people loving it.
Yep, the same thing. I've talked to many people about the show, and I've seen a lot of YouTube videos, YouTube Shorts, Instagram videos of people talking about it, and it's split 50-50. You got half the fan base that's just like, dude, what the fuck is this
Monstrosity?
And, I was monstrosity. Try not to use. Yeah, exactly.
I think those are the people that went in to the show thinking that it was gonna be a fucking 100% duplicate of the anime.
Now, I was not expecting a 100% duplicate of it, but I was expecting them to follow the story.
You want water?
Sure.
Or vitamin water?
Doesn't matter. I wasn't expecting the show to be a 1-for-1 clone of the original.
But there's definitely fans out there that would have thought that.
But I was expecting them to at least follow the original script, follow the characters that we all know and love. As you guys know from last week, my big gripe is King Boomy, which I also read an article of the director.
Oh, I did read that too.
Why they made King Boomy the way he was.
But what was said in the article?
So,
My hands.
They said King Boomy was changed because his fun-loving, spunkiness from the anime would not work in live action. I'm like, that's
In the
bullshit.
darker live action.
They can, but how? If they still threw shit in there
Exactly.
it was referenced from the cartoon. Now we didn't get to see a great big scene. It was only maybe like 5 seconds, but it was there. It was there. I made this comment yesterday when we were talking about it. One thing that I didn't like is that his games were more menacing than fun.
Yeah. Like he was actually trying to hurt Aang there, which Boomy would have never done.
Exactly.
Now,
We'll just leave it at that.
do I get that after 100 years of fighting, someone's fun-loving nature would be like sucked out of them? Of course.
Vanished
But
completely.
King Boomy in the original series wasn't really that
Serious?
not that he wasn't that serious. He wasn't really that like funny character until he met Aang. Do you know the way that he was described by the villagers was a senile, tired old man.
Which means he was like that for a while.
Yeah, until he saw Aang.
His
When he
childhood
saw
friend.
Aang, that child side of him came back out.
Let's throw him a feast.
Those.
They ruined that shit. I mean, I'm glad that they put that in there, or they left that in there.
I
But it
was
was just the
okay.
order, man.
I was okay with the change that they made, like you said. I would find out with how they did the spirit world thing and trying to save Katara and Sokka.
We could talk about that now. Okay, so they removed. I was okay with that episode 100% because they removed the episode where Sokka and Katara
Got sick.
got sick and they had to suck on the frozen frogs. Completely okay with the Spirited Away episode.
I
For
think
sure.
I think Aang grew up a little bit in that episode just for the simple fact of seeing Gyatso and then going back to see him and he wasn't there. I think that hit home for him.
Yeah, but I mean he was grown the whole time, so fuck that.
Yeah. One big drawback for me on that episode. I love the episode as a whole, but one big drawback was Ko, the face stealer.
Yeah.
I was like, why did you guys have to change when he shows up in the show? Because that whole thing got flipped on its head. Ko was introduced so much later for a completely different storyline that is no longer going to happen.
All right, was it just me, or did he already know that he was not supposed to show expressions when speaking to Ko?
No, he showed expressions when he was.
But you can
speaking with
hear
Ko.
his tone.
Yeah,
his
it was
tone
a little-
just like flattens out.
Yeah.
Every single time that he spoke to Ko. Which I'm like, yo, where was the mention in that? They should have mentioned that. Like, why is he speaking that way?
Right. Yeah. Ko the face stealer. The thing is, he showed emotion during those scenes, not as his normal self, but he did show emotion. They didn't mention anything about that, and they didn't mention how Ko steals people's faces or why he steals people's faces.
Just that the Avatar came in and stole something from him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm like, what?
the one thing I kind of the only like it's not really a gripe, but I just wish the parts where Zuko saves Aang, I wish that would have been like a little more.
The Masks episode?
Yeah.
That shit was good.
It was good. It was good. I'm not saying it wasn't good. I just wish it would have been like drawn out a little bit more.
Nah,
That was
man, that was good
about
for
as
me.
long as it was in the original show, and they almost went scene for scene.
Yes. Because the one thing that I wanted to see the most was the whole stilt scene. They're like, okay, the next one. Poof. And they reach the wall, and then they fall down. Oh, well, they added a little more to that.
Yeah, I mean, they just did. I just feel like they didn't I don't know, build up his character enough to figure out who he was, because he, if I remember correctly, during the anime, they were talking about him for like an episode or two.
They were talking about the Blue Spirit.
Yeah, in an episode or two.
But it was just
they got to that episode.
But it was just a story. That's all it was. It was just a myth.
Yeah, it wasn't. That is one thing. Yeah, like, they didn't build up the Blue Spirit.
Yeah.
Which.
I'm
Okay.
perfectly fine with that. They
It's like-
kind of cameoed it in one of the episodes where they showed the mask.
Yeah, they showed the mask before.
the mask
Yeah.
episode.
That mask was on point.
It was
On point.
dead on. Loved it. There was something I wanted to mention about that episode. Man, what was it? Crap, I forgot. We'll have to come back to that when I remember it. But
It'll wake you up at 3 a.m. tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh man, yeah. It always does that. Always does that shit.
Every time.
Damn, I hate when that happens.
Old age, brother.
Hey, we're getting there.
Getting there after yesterday, I feel like I'm fucking there.
Yeah. Oh man, we might post something on that. I don't know at some point, but we were helping his parents move, David's parents. Holy shit, man. We thought it was going to be just a good 5 hours. We spent 11 and a half hours moving.
They're never prepared to move. I just don't understand.
And for more than half of that shit, we were hungry.
Oh my god.
Hungry as fuck.
Fat man commandment number 52. Never make a fat man fucking hangry.
I thought that would be a lot closer to the top 5 or top 10. Said 52.
I thought about putting it there, but that might be like number 1 down the line. I might change that.
Oh, I remember what it was. I don't remember if it was in that episode, the Masks episode.
Talk to me. Spit it, brother. Spit it.
It was actually back in the Spirit World episodes.
Spirited Away?
Yeah. Zhao did not get his knowledge of the spirits from the Spirit World.
Oh my god.
From not the Spirit World, from the library.
I was going to say that, from the library.
It's like the library was skipped entirely. The Sandbenders were skipped entirely. They included the Spirit Owl,
Which, I want to smash through this table for that shit, man.
Yeah,
It's like they included Ko and the Spirit Owl in the same episode as the Protector of the Forest episode.
Fuckers, yo.
The Protector of the Forest, the Protector of Knowledge, and the Stealer of Faces all crammed into one episode. They each had their own episode and each had their own storyline. Goofed.
Yeah, that's a perfect word. Goofed.
It's like
You done goofed.
that was depressing for me. I was like, come on, man, you completely missed out on that Aang being frustrated about Appa being taken.
I mean, hopefully they go back to the library, because they go back to the library later down in the seasons, right, with Toph?
Season 2.
Yeah, so maybe they pick up on that and go there.
No,
hopefully.
not happening.
They already chopped it up.
The library was part of season 2, but wait, was it? No.
Was it season 3? Beginning of season 3?
No, it was season 1 because because
didn't they go there twice?
No, they only went there
One
once.
time, that's it.
Yeah, but Toph was with them in that episode.
But Toph came out in season 2.
Wait, yeah, so
She was there. It was season 2. Toph was presented in season 2 when they went to Ba Sing Se.
Yes.
That's where they met Toph. And then later on in that season, it might have been was there a part 2 for season 2?
No, there wasn't.
Or was that like a season ender?
No. So it was in season 2 that they went there.
It was probably season 2.
The owl mentioned, this is what confused me just now. The owl in the anime mentioned that someone had come there previously to seek knowledge, and he tried burning the place down.
That's right.
Zhao.
That was Zhao. Mm-hmm.
And in the Netflix adaptation,
it was never mentioned.
He got that from Azula.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it was never mentioned
a
at
scroll
all.
from Azula.
Butcher that
Oh my
shit.
god, that pissed me off. I'm like, because now the library's not happening. How the hell are they gonna find out of the Day of Black Sun? That was that was something that they learned in the library, and you had the protector of knowledge, the owl,
And that bitch.
in the library, and he basically kicked them out of it and sank the library.
I still think that episode could happen though, because just because they didn't touch on just because they didn't hit that in a specific area for that small detail of Zhao getting that information from there doesn't mean they can't hit on that part with the library later down on season 2.
I mean,
I think they're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna glance over it. They find some sort of scroll or something that's gonna lead them to know like the day of how the Day of Black Sun works.
Maybe, but
The whole
unless fucking, I don't know, Roku, in the Avatar world, in the spirit world, Aang speaks to Roku and he just spills the beans there. Because no one mentioned that he needed to learn all 4 elements before Summer's End, right?
yeah, before Sozin's Comet.
That shit was not mentioned. It was previewed or glanced over at the very end of the last episode, with it was Ozai and one of the protectors, right?
The sages.
Sage, there we go. That's what I want to say.
Fire sages, yeah.
One of the sages. Like, Sozin's Comet. Come on, man. That should have been way earlier.
But now that you mentioned how you believe that is gonna go down, one of the big things for me, Roku. What did y'all think of Roku?
I like the actor. I think they picked a good actor. It seemed like his character was a bit different from the show. The one thing I didn't like was they combined where Nala was it Nala the fucking
Think about fucking Lion King.
Yeah, I was thinking of Lion King. I wasn't thinking of Lion King, but that's what came to my mind. But I don't like how they tracked Aang in that whole same episode.
I was gonna bring that up too.
For me, I wanted the whole backstory.
Yes.
I wanted Roku's backstory of how he died and all that. They just missed
that's
that
not
whole
until
shit.
later.
Yeah, that was later.
That was season 2.
That was?
Season 2.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't have been wrong at this point, honestly.
I kind of want to see
They
the
fucked it
dragon,
all
though,
up.
to be honest.
Yeah, that would have been cool as hell.
I'm ready to see the dragon.
This is where I was going from last week. How I said Avatar, what was Kyoshi taking over Aang's body and fighting on Kyoshi Island.
Yeah.
They ran in that to get the Fire Nation to chase them. Mm-hmm. They didn't fight; they ran. And this one, they fought.
They fought right away.
And then at the Fire Temple,
That's when Roku.
to open up Roku's thing, they needed all five mages
Oh my gosh!
or a fully fledged Avatar.
Oh yeah, Avatar. I was gonna say firebending Avatar.
So they that didn't happen. It was just open. Mm-hmm. They anyone could open that.
All
stupid thing.
types are wrong.
Here, I'll take you to a secret passage.
I wish they did the whole blasting the bombs on the Sokka being there and all that shit. That would have been cool.
That would have been cool.
And it was only accessible during the solstice, which, come on,
Skip all of that shit, man.
Didn't include any of that.
Yeah, that was a little depressing. So,
And then Roku's personality. Roku was a serious man.
he was a serious man. He seemed to joke a little bit too much in that.
That's what I was
Way too
gonna.
much.
That was what I was coming at. In the anime, he was a serious man. He did have a
Sense of urgency.
and he was very caring towards Aang, but he was a serious man.
Yes.
In this adaptation, he was a clown.
And that's why. And so, how does Roku being a clown work, but Boomy's character being like a clown doesn't work? Like, I don't get that.
Don't understand that.
Because you could have definitely did that part, like all the jokes, for the character that was meant to be the jokey kind of character.
The comedic relief,
Yes.
Boomy.
And the one that they made serious, way too serious, was the avatar from the Northern Water Tribe. I forget his name.
Avatar Kuruk.
Yeah, Kuruk. They made
master?
him way too fucking serious, man.
Avatar Kuruk was a very laid back. He had most of his reign as Avatar. It was a peaceful time, so he was very laid back, go with the flow kind of Avatar.
And they said that he was in the spirit world. I mean, the way that he said it in the live action, he was in the spirit world
For most of his
Avatar reign because just to protect everybody.
Yeah,
Like he was always fighting with
and
some
the
shit.
whole
I don't
knife
remember.
thing kind of pissed me off because that wasn't.
Oh yeah, what the fuck is that?
That
man?
is so
Kuruk's
stupid.
knife to
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Speaking of
kill the spirit.
the last episode, how did you guys feel about that episode as a whole?
Godzilla?
That's literally that was the reason why last week I was like, man, I gotta hold my words because I want to see what y'all thought of that. They ripped off the Godzilla remake.
for the Ocean
So
Spirit.
bad.
I was so mad about that.
The ships in the first Godzilla remake, what was it, 2014? Where the Planet of
think
the
so.
Apes also came out that same
Oh
year.
I
yeah.
think so.
And then the Asian dude comes out and is like, Godzilla. That scene was ripped entirely
Yep,
except
yep.
for the mention of Godzilla.
Yep.
It was entirely. I'm like, well, what the fuck? That
How
shit
do
was.
how do you make the Ocean Spirit look like Godzilla? I was so mad about that.
Oh man, he even roared too.
Yeah, if they would have ripped, like, if they would have just taken those damn
The spikes
the
off?
spikes
Yep.
in the back,
That would've
perfectly
been
fine.
alright. Yep.
Perfectly fine because he was round, you know.
Yep.
They didn't really give him any kind of like he wasn't whipping shit, man.
Yep.
He wasn't whipping shit. Not the way in the animated series.
In the animated series, he would like wave his arms to send water to take them out, not like straight up slam on people.
He was
And,
out there to kill.
How did you feel about Yue, her casting?
I didn't like her.
Me
I mean,
neither.
okay.
Me neither.
I didn't like her casting, but her acting was okay.
The acting was good. The casting, I did not like.
Again, last week I mentioned something about a specific character, Iroh, in the Yui scene at the very end.
Oh my god.
Refresh my memory.
I was
It's
so
just,
mad.
so
I
in the
wasn't
anime-
really happy.
In the anime, Iroh was the one that was like,
He
you
shared
were
the
touched by the
knowledge.
moon
Yes.
spirit. You know, maybe now it's your turn to give back.
Yeah, and she was the one that was like, "Yep, he
What
gave
did
me
it-
life.
Yep.
I have to give it back.
Like,
Goodbye."
They
What did
totally,
Iroh do? Ran like a little bitch.
They totally stole his hero moment there.
That
and I was
was,
so Iroh by far is my favorite character from Avatar, and they fucking ruined it. This whole series, he just doesn't seem like the teaching, honorable General Iroh from the show. And the casting was great. I love who they casted as Iroh. I just don't think they're using him the way he should be used.
I mean, it was more-
So, I believe they were building him up because I saw like there were scenes there where you saw Iroh giving advice. You saw Iroh's soft side, but
Yep.
he didn't want to show it.
Yep.
and it was always with Zuko too.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, they're building Iroh up. I like this, and then they go ahead and get to the final scene, and I see that scene repeated. Whatever you do to that spirit, I will unleash on you tenfold. I was like, okay, this Iroh, right
Here we
let's
go.
go.
Let's go.
And he gets that one, couple of moves off, and then
Yeah,
and then
1-2-piece chicken McNuggets.
and then he runs like a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was not happy.
What was that?
I was not happy.
It's like,
about that.
like oh, cool. You gave him two little moves that scared Zhao, and then he runs as soon as the.
I really hope they do his character justice later in the
He's a
season.
fucking Dragon of the West, man. Come
I
on.
fucking know. So I will point out the best part of that episode was the Katara fight scene.
Listen, I was upset with how Katara went from.
Go ahead, say it. Say it. Drop the bomb.
Katara went from not being able to waterbend
True.
to magically,
Master.
she's a master immediately. It's like, hold on, where was her training in here?
Oh
Yes.
gosh.
She did like 2 or 3 moves in there, and then out of nowhere she went from no waterbending, 2 to 3 moves, master.
They
Let's
put
get
the
it.
whole arguing with the master in there about not fighting when it should have been about training for water. They didn't even train Aang how to fucking waterbend
I was saying
in
that
that
last week.
episode. Like,
And, I mean, he
what the
bitched
fuck?
out. He bitched out too. He just did not want to train. He didn't want to do it.
I'm so mad about that.
It's like I was literally mentioning last week. I said, but I wanted to hold off until this week. What was the name of the original season? Book 1. Water. What did they not do with Aang? Waterbending. Nothing at all. He was almost a master of waterbending by the end of the first season.
Yes.
He knows not a damn thing at the end of this season. Fuck are y'all going after this? Are you gonna season 2, book 2?
Master
Earth?
waterbender right away. Let's be tough.
Please, no.
It's like he's gonna be literally episode 1 of season 2 out of nowhere. They're gonna come out and he's gonna be a master waterbender. And
It's
he
gonna be
didn't
the
do a
first.
single thing.
It's gonna be the first fight scene of season 2. Is he's gonna
He's
take
water.
the fucking water whip and bitch. Guess what I learned over the seasons? I was on summer break.
Dude,
And
that's gonna be rough.
That's gonna.
Then season 2's Earth.
He's not gonna
the
Earth
toughest
bend.
thing that for Aang because it's the opposite nature.
Mm-hmm. He has to be connected to the earth,
And
literally.
he's not gonna earthbend that whole season.
I guarantee it.
Yeah,
they're
that's
gonna
gonna be
fuck
the
that
best.
shit up too.
I'm really hoping they cast Toph really good, and I'm hoping that her character is true to the way she was.
They need to have a little girl, like literally the shortest one of the group, because she is the shortest one of the group.
Oh, they wouldn't cast her. Never mind.
Who?
Well,
I was gonna say Bella Ramsey, but
I saw rumors, but I highly doubt that that's happening because Bella, she's doing The Last of Us.
yeah, and it doesn't fit the narrative. I don't think.
She could play a good Toph with the right makeover, yeah. And she showed in The Last of Us that she has her attitude to her.
Oh yeah, I like her as an actress. I think she's a great actress.
oh look at that, the library and the
Season
animated
2.
season 2,
Episode
episode
10.
10. It was the second half of the season. Literally, second half, or the end of the first half.
Yeah, and the
I'm excited to see Toph metal bend. I'm really excited.
Oh
to see
man, that
That's season
won't.
3.
That will not happen until season
Well, I
3.
don't care when they do it. I'm just excited to see it.
But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they present her and then boom.
Oh yeah, she can metal bend right away.
Shit. Hold on. Oh wait, the trailer for Avatar: The Last Airbender live action, 100% on Rotten Tomato, and then 9.3 out of 10 on IMDb.
yeah, the trailer
Yeah,
looked
that's-
great. It's just that all the details in the show were all
The minute
garbled.
details.
Let me see. Now I'm curious.
I think it was like 59 last time I looked.
Yeah, it was a
On
59
Rotten
on
Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomato for the show.
Oh fuck no! This monster. Oh.
Get that off your screen.
The movie.
Get it off your screen.
It deserves that fucking 5% on Rotten Tomato, man.
Deserves 0, actually.
Holy shit.
Nothing about that movie was good.
Yeah, no, that movie was a disaster.
Let's see.
I am excited.
Okay,
It
that's
went
fair.
even farther down to a 58 now instead of a.
That's fair, though.
That's fair right there. 7.4 out of 10 for IMDb. A 7.
That's fair. That's kind of what I gave it.
That's what you rated it.
I gave it a
6.9?
He gave it a 7. I gave it a 6.8.
What did I give it? An 8?
You either gave it an 8 or a 7.
No, you gave it a 7.
A 7? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I can remember.
And I think my rating is fair from watching the rest of the season. I could drop a point for the last episode, but like a couple,
Half a point, a point.
yeah.
So yeah, man, there was one more thing I kept hinting at it last week, but I can't remember what it is now.
Let's take a look. One of these episodes here, Spirited Away, Masks, The North, Legends. I hate the fucking names of these episodes, man.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
weren't very good.
no, like I always
The
forget
North
yours
is okay.
Yours is not a touchscreen. No, the names don't give anything away. The names of the episodes don't give anything away.
Okay. Off topic though, is there a MacBook that's touchscreen? Do you know? I don't think so.
The newer ones are, I believe.
Yeah.
Somebody had to upgrade.
Say less. Say less.
I could be wrong because I'm not an Apple, but
You're not an
But
Apple? I would hope not.
no,
Not an Apple, not at all.
in any way, shape, or form. Not an Apple.
Because if you were a talking Apple and I didn't know that you were a talking Apple, I'd be a little sketched
Listen,
out.
I'd be better
If
than
you
the
didn't
annoying
know.
orange at least.
Yeah. What?
I'd be better than the annoying orange at least.
The annoying one. Oh fuck. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Oh, I looked at you for a second, like, yo, what the?
I saw your face. And you were just like, the fuck
Oh
is you talking about?
shit. All right, so shit. We pretty much
Finished it.
tapped on all the episodes just a bit.
I can't believe I didn't write down the notes for the things that I wanted to say because there's a couple of things that I know I missed out that I wanted to touch on, but
It's just.
it's just details, minute details that we missed out on. But okay, so in terms of adaptations from anime or from video games, how do you guys rate Avatar: The Last Airbender compared to other adaptations?
Damn, that's low.
One Piece.
Look, I'm watching that right now, and I fucking love it.
I haven't
love
seen
it.
Show.
I haven't seen one. I gotta watch it.
The Last of Us, like
Last of Us was.
That was top. I feel like The Last of Us was like. it
That was
up
not
there.
a fucking no. This was not a reference to what is it? What is it? The Hunger Games. They do that, right?
yeah.
Yeah, because I was doing that just now, and I'm letting the world know that's not a reference to that shit. I'm not really into the Hunger Games.
Not a Hunger Games game?
Nah, man, I don't know. It's not for me.
Just not for you, huh? Touche.
I watched The Maze Runner though. Maybe like the first two. I didn't watch the third one.
It's good.
Yeah,
it's
that was
good.
pretty good.
I like the Maze Runners. I like the Hunger Games too, though.
Yeah, me too. I like them.
See now, if we going further back though, y'all watched the what is it? Ah, fuck! I have the movie. I'll tell you right now. Go ahead.
Before that, what was your what do you think? Where do you think Avatar stacks against all the others?
Lowest
Lowest?
for me. Lowest
No way.
for adaptation. Yeah, they could have done more. They could have done more.
Oh,
But compared to all the other adaptations, not just the
Okay.
recent ones that are coming out,
All right. So what else have I've watched?
like all the video game adaptations and anime adaptations that have happened way back since adaptations started.
well, because I would say, I guess you guys probably didn't watch the fucking like 1990 Mario Brothers ad.
That shit was garbage, bro.
They were all
So when you said it was at the bottom, you're saying
That's what I'm saying.
All right,
it was
that's
better
fair.
than that?
Battle Royale. You guys ever watched that movie?
No.
Ooh, I need to watch that shit.
All right.
It's a foreign movie, but you know, mad foreign movies are
Listen,
just.
I love foreign movies.
Same.
Chef's
I would
kiss.
feel like my rating would probably be
I can't be as critical then. It's very
probably
cheap, but
middle
good
of
point.
pack, maybe a little bit higher middle of the pack. I mean, there's definitely some really bad adaptations out there, like the fucking Avatar movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that Avatar. And the crazy thing is that Avatar movie is probably somewhere in the middle of the pack compared to some of these other garbage adaptations that we've had.
Oh my god!
What-
no
what-
way.
name
What
a few,
garbage?
name a few.
What
Which ones?
garbage adaptations?
Listen,
are you
all as much as I love Mortal Kombat, all the Mortal Kombat adaptations,
even the new one?
What it was it wasn't a, nah, come on, man. The
The-
action
I-
was great,
I thought the new one was better than the.
but it was just too. It was just okay because the old ones were cheesy.
Yeah, definitely.
They were cheesy as fuck. This one was also cheesy, but the action was good. I like of course, they're gonna make shit look a lot better now.
I mean, I don't think that was horrible.
But to, like an adaptation, that shit was not there, brother.
Touche.
Shit was not there for me.
Touche.
There's a lot. There's a lot of Mario adaptations. They all sucked.
Did it?
Way worse than the Avatar movie.
Did you like the new animated the Super Mario Brothers movie?
I enjoyed watching it. Not gonna lie,
I enjoyed watching it.
I don't think I've seen. No, I haven't seen that.
So you gotta watch that.
Yeah, give that a shot.
Because
it's a fun watch.
It's a fun watch. It's centered around kids, kind of, but.
Look, there we kids at heart, man. What are you talking about?
We put that on for Colin. We put that on for Collins one day, and she watched it for 5 minutes, and I watched the rest of the fucking movie because I thought it was good. Touche.
Yeah, just about.
Honestly, if I'm gonna put Avatar anywhere on the list, it's actually gonna be towards the top of the
Yeah,
list.
mine's kind of like it's above middle of the pack to me.
Yeah. Now that I'm thinking, because I've watched Death Note, did not like that shit.
I hated it.
I
I want to watch the Yu Yu Hakusho movie.
the trailer for that shit. Oh my!
It looks so good. It looks so good.
I can't wait to watch that after One Piece, man. And it's only
I
5
gotta.
episodes.
It's only 5 episodes.
Only 5 episodes.
I gotta watch One Piece. I gotta watch that.
One Piece is 8.
Okay. I just don't have time to watch these things because my people just.
Adulting. Hey, people. Come on. Shoot us to the stars, to the moon.
Yeah.
All right.
And then, so I would say the Last of Us adaptation was probably at the top for me. And
That's
then,
one of the top tiers for me. Last of Us
So like,
and Full Metal, because I spoke about that shit
I
last
haven't
week
seen
too.
it, so I can't. But like, so here's the middle, here's the top. Avatar's like right there somewhere for me.
Now that I'm thinking, I agree. Yeah, I'm around mid. Not low, not the lowest. That was too harsh.
You're very harsh.
Yeah.
You definitely forgot about a few adaptations.
So if The Last of Us is top tier for me, which it is, it's the number one adaptation. Exactly. I would have to. I think Avatar: The Last Airbender is probably 5-ish.
Yeah, okay. I gave, for me in my head, it was a 6.
Yeah.
After thinking about it, so
Sure
yeah,
it was.
we're around the same range.
It's top 5 for me. It's not top 3, but it's like top 5 in adaptations for me. Because there's just been too many horrible adaptations. It's like
So at this point, we're just waiting for them to either make it right or not make it at all. Just leave it.
exactly.
Please.
It's like listen, I'm a huge fan of the Uncharted movie, and it had like billions of references to the game, and I was like a little schoolgirl with that shit when I watched it in the movies. Literally just off the references of that movie. Was the movie good? Probably not as good as I thought it was. And it was only, and I literally
it
was just because of all the references that were in it. Because I loved all the little Easter eggs absolutely everywhere riddled in that movie.
Some of those castings were just bad.
That's what killed it. A lot of the castings, I was like,
The Mark Wahlberg casting.
I would not have picked Mark Wahlberg.
Fucking no.
Mark Wahlberg.
I would have picked Mark Wahlberg for Drake.
For Nathan Drake.
That would have been.
But not for Sully. Like, I
it
get they
was-
were trying to go for a younger Drake, where like when he was a kid. But how are they going to age him?
Yeah, it was.
Tom Holland's never going to look Drake's age.
Yeah, it was
Ever.
not a good casting for that movie.
So
And I
that's the
told you,
whole
as soon
reason
as
they
I saw
never
that
got
trailer,
a season 2. I mean, a second movie. It's
as
the
soon
whole
as I
reason.
saw the trailer that when they casted fucking Mark Wahlberg as Sully, I was like, no.
He just
And I
played himself.
texted you right away.
Yeah, and the whole, they showed him with a mustache,
It was
like
horrible.
Sully's mustache,
Shit looked like
in
it
one
was
of the
glued
trailers.
on.
It was fucking hilarious.
All this designer got
And
me
it
drip,
was
drip.
completely gone
You haven't seen that?
in the movie.
All this designer got me drip, drip. Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, no, I haven't.
Oh, let me play that shit. Yo, we gotta get something so, whenever we play a video like that
We can edit
or
it
reference
out.
something like that, we can put it up on the screen or some shit. This is not.
That's what the editing's for.
True.
Mr. Editor.
Yeah, Mr. Lead Editor.
Lead editor.
Lead editor.
Damn.
Listen, we waiting for those video clips, man. We waiting for those shits.
Oh, first one.
1 year later.
Right here.
All this design got me drip.
This is his shit. Look at the foe.
We gotta get our own merchandise.
Eventually. Alright, this is going too long. This has 2 minutes. It wasn't that long. It was literally a short.
Yeah, someone decided to just
Edit the fuck out of it.
Yup.
I need a Fat Man
All this
Commandments
design
t-shirt.
got me drip.
This fucking guy, dude. Alright, well that's that. Fucking Mark Wahlberg.
Oh God.
Man, what the scene where Zuko rescues Iroh. You guys remember that scene?
Yes.
You remember the original scene, where he found Iroh because of his smelly.
Yes.
That's right.
That's a smelly
sand-
The
slipper.
slipper, yeah. It was his thong slide.
Yeah.
His thong slide.
Yeah.
Bro, in most of the world they call them thongs. We're the only ones who call them slippers or slides.
Well, they're
Did you
not
know that?
slides. They're fucking flip flops.
Flip flops.
Because that's the onomatopoeia, brother.
Listen,
Onomatopoeia.
we are the only part of the world that calls them that. Everyone else calls them thongs.
Really?
Yes.
All right, my bad.
But it's funny. It's funny, man.
It is absolutely hilarious to us as Americans, but
My bad for being uncultural.
Yo, you want to get them pizza rolls rolling?
I will, yeah.
You will?
We gotta wait for everybody to come back.
There's a shit ton of it, dude.
Touche. All right, tell Fat Man no more.
Yo, I'm telling you, man. There's space in this belly.
All right.
So in that original scene, after Zuko breaks him out. Well, first off, how they captured him was completely different too.
Bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah, he was in the mud, in the hot spring mud.
That's right, yo.
The Earthbenders caught him there. Mm-hmm. They trapped him in the mud, and he was half naked in the original series.
Over
he didn't have a
here.
shirt or anything.
Yeah, and in the live action, well, he was in Omashu. No, yeah, in Omashu,
Yeah,
right?
he was in
Yeah,
Omashu.
'cause didn't they
Trying to get
capture
Zuko to-
him from Ba Sing Se, like later on in the seasons.
Yeah, that was
In
much
the
later.
regular-
Yeah.
That was much later. That they made that scene like so. I told you they blended Omashu and Ba Sing Se.
They did, and it was very.
Yikes. Oh, I can't wait for this. This guy right here. Season 2, episode 1 of the
The Avatar state. the general. that Earth Kingdom general. Oh man.
So you know what we need to do? I was saying this earlier. We need to go back and rewatch this together to see what we've missed. And I kind of want to go back and watch the anime together because why the fuck not?
Of course, I would love to watch the anime all over
I'm
again.
gonna kill that shit.
I've watched it so many times, but hell, another one won't hurt.
Well, let's be honest.
Yeah.
How many times did you watch Lost?
Mm.
Yeah.
Listen, I've watched Lost like I don't know, maybe 10 times.
I watched it like when it was on TV, like with my parents and stuff, and then they fell out of it, and I never watched it again. So I had to go back and finish it
Sit down and yeah.
back when Netflix became a thing. So I went back and watched it.
Netflix was always a thing.
It just wasn't as popular.
Yeah, it just wasn't
Well,
as
I mean-
poppin' as it is now. Poppin'.
But
It had to be created at some point. Like they did the DVD thing for a while, but the streaming service wasn't there for
till probably like 2010, 11 or something like that.
2011, somewhere in there.
When did Lost come out? Like
Six.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
07.
06.
Okay.
But that back to that scene with when he rescues him.
Yeah.
One major drawback that I missed is like when they said the Earthbender said you're outnumbered, and then Iroh with the chains on him gets in a stance and he says, "But you're outmatched."
Yo,
I'm like, yo, where was that scene at? Come on.
We have both seen enough killing.
they're killing my guy Iroh. I'm just saying.
He's more of a pacifist now. He sounds more like an Avatar mentor.
Yeah.
No, a current state Avatar mentor.
Well, I don't know. I'm excited to see like what they do with him.
It was all these little things like that they just missed out on. That really made me not appreciate the show as other people. Like my neighbor, Nafis, he's loving it.
What's his name?
Nafis. He is absolutely loving Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I'm like, bro, you should.
It's a pretty damn cool name.
Like you should. He's like 40 something years old. You know.
Did he watch the original?
He of course not. Of course not.
He's like 40. So he was in his 20s when that
I
shit came out.
watched it in my 20s.
Listen,
You'd be
we watched
surprised.
it because we grew up with it.
Yeah.
He was well past that stage when the original came out.
My man's was probably clubbing, partying it up and shit.
I mean,
He was well past that. And so
I guess our generation is just different because I would say even today I watch an anime with children.
well, yeah, because we grew up
It's,
with
again,
it.
yeah,
He
we
didn't
grew up
grow
with that shit,
stuff.
man. You got to remember that.
He's a whole 15 years older than 15 to 20 years older than us. So he didn't grow up in that era of like anime coming up. He grew up in an earlier era. And they didn't have TVs all like that back then.
Watching those really disrespectful.
Made him sound ancient, bro.
Watching those real disrespectful 80s movies.
So yeah, to people like them or people or anyone who's watching it for the first time, sure, the show is great. To the super fans like me, us.
I'm going to say, you?
It just didn't hit as well. But do I think they're gonna get a second season? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's going to get
It's like even if it didn't do that well in IMDb, I mean not IMDb, on Rotten Tomato, it's still getting a second season. I guarantee.
sure. Which honestly, speaking of Rotten Tomato, I don't really like listen to that shit just because that's like it's critics.
like it,
It's
I
not
like it.
exactly. I like more of the public view of it, which I think they have that on Rotten Tomato too, right?
I
You
believe
have
they have both.
the audience, average audience. Oh wait, that was the animated series. My bad.
Perfect. Perfect
Yeah.
100 and a 99 from the audience.
Which is crazy. Look at it right here.
Let's see. Average. Yeah, see that sounds about right. 75 from the average audience.
And then like how we started this episode, how I mentioned is like YouTube Shorts is 50-50, 59% for average Rotten Tomato for the average Rotten Tomato meter.
Yeah. And then like the average audience is like those random people that are going on Rotten Tomato to give it a rating.
I mean, and I agree with that. That's kind of where we were at with our ratings.
Yeah.
We're just a little bit lower than the average. But we're the reason why it's that low. Because we balance the score out. Some people are giving it pretty high scores.
Just because that's all they watch, that's all they know.
they didn't watch the original, so they think it's absolutely the greatest thing they've ever seen.
He can fly! Whoa!
I love it.
Listen,
But, I mean, him making him fly was great.
when I heard someone tell me that the Avatar: The Last Airbender movie was good, I was like,
God.
what did you tell me?
Oh God.
What did you say?
That,
Yeah.
that,
You guys watch the
that
Boondocks?
person needs to have their eyes checked.
I'm like, what the fuck did you watch? I know we didn't watch the same movie. The hell were you watching? Because I didn't watch that at all. Like, what movie were you watching? Are you sure you didn't replace that shit with what movie could that have been replaced with?
Are you sure you watched the right Avatar movie?
Right? You're like, sure you weren't watching fucking James Cameron's Avatar? Like, what the fuck?
Which by far was a great movie.
Yeah.
What is going on?
That's my reaction right there.
What did you say, nigga?
That shit's funny.
One of the greatest animes.
Oh, man.
You ever watch the Boondocks?
The Boondocks?
Boondocks? What? Yes.
I think everybody watched the Boondocks.
Better have. Shit. I watch that shit almost every single night. Well, I'm not watching it again almost every single night.
Adult Swim all the different shows on Adult Swim. I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for them, but which ones did you not like?
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Outside of Annoying Orange, because no one liked the Annoying Orange.
Aqua Teen. I listen. You guys ever heard of Moral, some shit like that?
No.
Oh,
Did
man.
you guys like Archer?
That was okay.
It was alright.
Everybody likes, Family Guy, American Dad, King of the Hill.
Mm-hmm. You ever watched? You never seen this?
No, never
Oh my gosh, that shit is funny.
seen it. What the hell was the other ones? Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty wasn't on Adult Swim though, was it?
I think that's all Fox. That was all Fox. But I don't like Rick and Morty.
It's the After Dark shit. Rick and Morty was one of the After Dark shows, And of course,
Fucking Futurama.
Yeah, Futurama.
Yeah.
What the fuck was the name?
Describe it. Talk to me, brother.
You killed Kenny.
South Park?
There you go, that
Oh
shit.
my god.
You said that shit? I like South Park.
Listen,
I grew up
I
on
said I'm gonna get hate for this.
Yeah, I like South Park.
You didn't like South Park?
South
No.
Park was my shit, man. I grew
Brother.
up on South Park.
Listen. So here's the thing about South Park.
I need an explanation here.
So
It's
here's the
coming,
thing about
it's coming.
South Park. I watched multiple episodes trying my hardest to laugh at least at something they did. I could not. I was straight faced the entire time. Right.
I did what I want.
Now, whatever. I do what I want.
Yeah.
That show,
literally-
that show cannot come out in today's generation.
Literally, anytime someone describes something from South Park, I find it funny. But I watch that scene and I'm like,
It's just not.
It's
It's not there for
I
you.
think we talked about this before.
We did.
Yeah, we
You need to watch the World of Warcraft episode. If any episode, you remember the World of Warcraft?
Yes. Oh my god. How did you guys like that movie?
I don't
Did
think
you not
I
watch
would
it?
watch
Did
it.
you watch it?
No.
Another adaptation that wasn't great. You know what I would love to see them do? Make an adaptation off of Samurai Jack.
I saw a fan adaptation, which was a fucking amazing. I don't know where. I think it was YouTube where I saw it.
They can no longer touch Dragon Ball Z adaptations.
No, wait. I had this conversation with somebody. They can pull it off because
Dragon Ball Z?
they can pull it off because they have the whole hair thing going off. Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
She went up straight. She went straight up Super Saiyan. A coworker of mine made that point to me, and I was like, "Yo, you make so much sense. So much sense.
They gotta have somebody good in charge. I'll just because
Make it
Evolution
1 for 1. No, fuck,
was
that's
not fucking it,
dude. No,
alright?
no. What was I gonna look?
people thought that movie was good.
Evolution?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a garbage movie.
It wouldn't make me fucking hurl and break my TV and do a lot of things.
Yeah, just like the Avatar movie. They were both garbage in the same way. Actually, no, I think Dragon Ball Evolution was even more garbage than Avatar.
It was.
At least Avatar, The Last Airbender, the M. Night Shyamalan movie, at least they got some shit right.
This
Like
is the
1 out
guy
of 50.
Just story-wise.
that I think would-
Story-wise, M. Night Shyamalan's movie was actually pretty accurate. It just wasn't accurate everywhere else.
Andrew Koji. If they casted him, he was on Bullet Train. I don't know if you guys watched Bullet Train at all.
A long time ago.
Well, watch it again. He's like at the very beginning of the movie.
No,
he's
wait,
the
that's
dad.
a different one.
Bullet Train.
Yeah, there has to be another movie, another Bullet Train movie, because I don't remember that one at all.
Oh no, watch it, dude. Oh my goodness. Bad Bunny's in it. He's actually really good. He dies right away. But
Is that
I
where
don't-
they try
I don't
and
like Bad
poison
Bunny, so
Brad
I'm
Pitt
glad he
with
dies.
The fucking briefcase shit.
oh,
We're reaching the hour mark.
was that? Well, no, we should have 24 minutes unless it died. Oh, my legs.
It's okay, buddy. Walk it off. Walk it off, man.
Device disconnected. Please check the connected device. I think it died.
No.
Yeah.
Let's
died.
hold that thought.
Yep, looks like it died.
Okay, I'll be right back then.
That's all right. We're getting to the hour mark anyway, so it's about time to close this loop.
Well, I want to get the camera done or recharged so we can record the outro at least. Or you want to just do the?
We can do the audio out now, and then we can go ahead and do the.
We'll just pause the audio.
Because I was gonna get the cable, plug it into my battery pack, and get that shit going right away.
Take back up too.
Nah, not even. We'll just close it out. Fuck it.
So we're gonna do that Samurai Jack one.
Yes. So we're back. We had a little technical. This time we had technical difficulties. There you go. So, for those of you who watch Bullet Train, the guy that played the dad at the very beginning of the movie, Andrew Koji, who's also the star of the show Warrior. You guys need to watch that shit. It's on Netflix.
Warrior.
Yo,
Check it out.
it's awesome. I think he would play an amazing Samurai Jack.
I gotta get it, that a watch. Wow, words.
Get English today. Got you. Because I said the same shit. He can't English today, brothers. Hey, listen. While we were waiting for the camera to charge up again, we were playing a little bit of soccer. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but we're glistening right now.
Right there.
Under the neck.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Looks like you
Glistening,
went to
lady.
the fucking gym, my guy.
Telling you, this is what we were going through. Him and I yesterday. Oh, especially me because I had the thermal on, and then the long johns underneath, which are also thermal. Whew.
Yeah. Yesterday was crazy.
Crazy wasn't the
But,
fucking word for it. When somebody tells you they're downsizing and you go to move them, you should just, be done in, a couple hours, not 11 and a fucking half.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, though.
Yeah. So anybody that hears this, cast Andrew Koji for the live action Samurai Jack, please. That dude's awesome. His acting is great. His skills. I think he's a martial artist. But yeah, he's great. He's awesome.
Did you watch Shogun yet?
Mm-mm.
I gotta watch it.
Not yet. I'm watching too much shit right now.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't be jumping around too much. I have like 5 or 6 shows. I'll go and binge one for a while, and then once I'm like, I'll be in the mood to watch something else. I'll watch one of my other shows that I'm binging, and I'll start binging that, and then I keep jumping back and forth.
See, like, exactly. Another show that I'm watching, it's on Netflix, The Brother's Son. That show. Brother.
Alright, what did I do with it? Hot boy.
Yeah.
The what?
Found it. Crisis averted.
My guy is losing it.
I lost it.
Let me see right here. The Brother's Son. He can also play. Maybe. Whoop. Damn it. Did too much.
One thing I want to talk about, touch a little bit on next week. We're not going to make a whole episode out of that one. Is fan adaptations, because I swear fan adaptations are getting good.
I only watched one fan adaptation of something. It was a Nightwing one.
Yeah.
Bad in the Sun, I think, was the one that created that or directed.
Great.
Yeah, but that's like the only one that I know of.
The Uncharted adaptation.
Didn't see
with,
that.
The guy who they based Nathan Drake off of, Nathan Fillion. Everyone wanted him cast as Nathan Drake for the Uncharted movie because that's who the character was based off of. Of course, by the time everything got going, Nathan Fillion was a little too old to play Nathan Drake. So they made a fan adaptation from it. Nathan Fillion starred as Nathan Drake. I was like, okay.
Just an older...
No, it's just Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
Like, straight up normal Drake. I'm like, oh, that shit was fire.
Yeah.
That shit was fire. That was fan service right there.
I gotta check that out, then.
It's like 10 minutes long or 10, 15 minutes long or some shit like that.
Easy binge.
Fan
easy
service.
watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pure fan service. Because they didn't try to... The storyline is obviously not from the games. It's a completely different storyline. But the way that they made all those scenes... It was like you were watching a cutscene straight from the game.
Okay.
And like the way that they do their like slow motion, him jumping off of something and punching something. I'm like, dude, they ripped straight out of the game. Like when you jump off of something to punch someone, like midair, that was dope. And the
I'll
camera
watch that.
angles as the game goes from a cutscene to where you take over the character, they did the same shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They made it into like a third person type shit?
It's third person, just like the game. But I mean, like the way that the camera goes, like how it's
Like, I mean, like
directly behind the character.
over the shoulder type shit?
Yeah, and then they switch the camera to go to third person like that. Like I'm like, as he runs behind the cover, it's like I'm like, dude, that's dope.
That's cool. That's cool.
It looks like you're dead ass playing the game right there. That shit was absolute fire. So, I think fan adaptations are much better
because it's like you said, it's a service to the actual fans.
Yeah.
Usually, it's not. There's no I guess outside sources trying to
create their own spin on shit.
There's not too many hands in the cookie jar.
Exactly.
That's the best reference I can give it.
That is exactly right. The hands in the cookie jar. That is a perfect reference.
We need more of that.
All right, David, get your behind over here because we're gonna do the outro.
We wrapping it up.
Hey, Cody. Don't hit me. I'm sorry, it takes me a long time to walk from one side of the room to the other.
Oh man.
Why you gotta make fun of my old knees like that?
You made the joke. What the fuck?
You laughed. You're not supposed to laugh.
Anyways, thank you guys for listening and soon watching.
Hopefully.
When I finish it. No,
When
it
the
will
lead
happen.
editor gets his job
Lead
done.
editor.
Yeah, we really do appreciate you guys that listen, especially if you make it all the way to the end.
Yeah.
The podcast is available just about everywhere except for Apple, which is coming soon. We're still working on
Working on that. We tried doing that before this episode.
Apple's giving us a hard time, okay?
Don't know why.
We
'Cause it's
really
Apple.
wish we knew. But it is available just about everywhere else except for Apple.
So just search it up. With the Boys Pod? With the Boys Podcast? With the Boys Podcast.
Yeah,
right?
you can just search it up with the Boys Podcast. We'll also have direct links in the description of the podcast itself. And when the YouTube videos go up, we'll have links to those there as well. All right, guys. Bedjum.
Fulvio.
David.
Deuces.
Hasta luego. Come back next week.